Hi, welcome back to Wallflowers. So today I'm here with another haul from my food initiatives pantries. So I did a shop today. So I'll just talk you through it. So I got some fantastic carrots, some nice large ones. But I also got some baby carrots. So once I've chopped and tailed them and cleaned them up a little bit, I might just clean them up a little bit and roast them and add some nice honey like I normally do. I got a nice punnet of rocket. We've actually had some for lunch since I've come back. But that's a nice little stash of rocket. A small cabbage head, which is enough for the two of us. There's plenty there. And a packet of sprouts. Some nice fresh onions that'll last quite a few weeks. I keep mine in the fridge. And some sweet potatoes. Thank you, Mr. Wallflowers. Word was just not come to me. So we'll make a nice soup with that. And of course, our lovely cherry tomatoes. And it was a nice big half a bag was permitted to take today. So there's a nice big portion of those. A bunch of spring onions that just need tidying up. I'll just take the tatty bits off, and the rest look quite fine. And this looks delicious. So it's cost lettuce. It's a lovely big packet, so we'll enjoy that. One nice big head. Um, I also got this. Now, let me just check the weight. So it's 2.5 kilos. And it's Spanish onions diced, already prepared. Now I'm thinking I'm going to possibly can those and keep them on the shelf. So we've got them. I don't really want to be putting bulk things in the freezer right now, even though if we did have freezer use, it's handy just to keep them in the freezer and have a portion. People buy those in the supermarket, don't they? And just use as you go along. But I think I'll can those because a lot of people now, and I don't blame them, are going out and doing a big haul now because we're expecting, the frosts are already here. We're wiping them off the vehicles first thing in the morning. My friend Carol and I went shopping to get all this today, and she said this morning when she come out, she had to de-ice the car. So we're at that stage already, and we've had the severe weather warnings where the temperatures are dropping dramatically, and to watch out because we could have -10 in the night time. So I'm sure the blackouts are gonna power energy cutouts are gonna come soon because they did warn us that once it was cold enough for snow and the temperatures dropped considerably, that's when the blackouts will begin. So we keep saying it, but we keep having to make sure that we're prepared. So out of this, just the vegetable section, the onions I will can, and I'll do them in condiment sized jars. They're sufficient for a 6 portion meal, and they'll be ready for use. The cabbage will probably get used fresh. I was going to call it yogurt. The rocket will get used fresh, and the baby carrots will. Now these carrots, more than likely, they'll be canned. So, out of those 5 carrots alone, I'll get 3, possibly 4 jam jar sizes of carrots. So that'll be like 4 meals as well. These onions will probably be kept for fresh for sandwiches and salads. The sweet potatoes will be made into a soup. Because we've had quite a bit of sweet potato lately, we give that a pause. So I'll can the soup and that will be ready. I'm actually thinking of dehydrating these tomatoes, adding some salt and herbs to them and dehydrating them that way. And then again, I've got them to bring out. So as well as having ample fresh to be able to use on a daily basis. Out of this, I mean, I call this a haul, but this is my regular shop. This is what I do twice a week. So there's quite a bit here that will be prepped and put away, and I'll be able to bring out at a later date. So also the fresh bread I got today. The date on that is the 8th. So there's a few days left on that. These oven bottom muffins, which are absolutely fabulous for lunch times, and you know, anytime you need a sandwich barn cake, they're there. But there was also some extra bread on what we call the free counter outside of the shop. Now, the date on this bread is the 1st, but the bread itself feels quite okay. So I'll look at opening that first. The freezer space I've been clearing so far, those breads will go in the freezer space just to keep it fullish in the meantime, because although we're emptying the freezer, you're always told it runs better on full capacity. So even if you just put in bread, water, whatever, we're told fridges run, freezers run better on the capacity with more in. So until we stop using it, I'll keep putting the bread and different things in, just not bulk buys. So these breads will be used first, and this one looks really nice. This has got today's date on it, and it's a nice malted bloomer, and it looks delicious. So we'll use them from the get-go. I'll start having some toast on that probably this evening. It looks lovely. Now the tins I got, I have a supply of these, so these are to add. Sometimes they go up in the food parcel to my boys. So these are hand spaghetti bolognese, a tin of Hubbard's baked beans, a tin of rice pudding, and this is a favourite with Mr. Wallflowers and I. We like lentil and bean soup, and although we're quite capable and we do make, our own vegetable soups, etc., we do enjoy things like this, And yesterday for our evening meal for tea, we've been busy throughout the day, and we just fancied making a quick meal but hot. So I took one of these tins from the pantry and I added a tomato and a basil soup. I mixed them both together, and we had that with some of our homemade bread that was buttered, and it was delicious. It was hot, it was substantial enough to keep us going, and it was literally just 2 tins of soup, but it was lovely. That's one of our favourites, isn't it? In the tin soup. And I was able to get 2 tins of spaghetti with mini sausages in. But things like that are just good for a one-person lunch. To have all these in the pantry, we're not going to use them straight away. Then they're not going to be stored. The frozen item today out the freezer. This says quark and soft cheese filling. So they're just like little tiny puff pasties, little tiny ones. But again, a nice little lunch for someone. Pan au chocolat, Marks and Spencer's, nice little Danish pastries with chocolate chips in, absolutely delicious. And they'll be a nice snack when I'm ready for them. Also, this is oyster sauce. I can use that in a stir fry with prawns. I can use it with any fish. We don't tend to eat a lot of oysters, but it doesn't mean we can't use the oyster sauce with other things. And it was just a nice little thing to pick up. And on the free wall inside the shop, the item I chose today was a hair conditioner. totally free of charge. Now, I'd normally pay £2 to £3 for a conditioner if I had to buy it in the supermarket, and probably a lot more than that. But I don't. I buy it from the food initiatives and pantries, and if I can get them free, all the better. And this one, it's not the best condition, so I'll just have to deadhead it. The plant itself is very vibrant and still very much alive. And it's again, it's a Marks and Spencer set that would have cost £10 in a nice little container, free of charge. I'll now take you to the outside of the house. And if you remember from one of my hauls, we managed to get hanging baskets. And gradually, as the cyclamen and flowers become available for free, I pad out the hanging baskets. So I'll now take you to the front and show you what the hanging baskets look like. So a few weeks ago, we managed to get the hanging baskets for free as a gift from the food initiative, and then just a couple of weeks ago, the cyclamen were free. So gradually, I'm going to start putting the cyclamen around the ornaments, but the whole thing has been a free gift from the food initiative, and I happen to have two. One on the other side, Carol gave me her free gift, and I'm doing the same with that. I'm just placing them either side of the front door, and they look really attractive, nice and bright this time of year. So I'll just return to the kitchen because it's rather chilly out here. So that's how the hanging baskets are coming along, with an extra one in each. They'll be absolutely fabulous. And the pot that it's come in, the nice little pot, I shall raise my seedlings in from early spring and use that for those purposes. So, it's an absolute bonus. I'm really happy with that. So, whilst I was at, we call it the Edge, it's the community grocers in Wigan. That was the shop I did the live stream from last week. The woman was absolutely made up. She'd seen it online, and she said to me, I know you work in the pantry and I know you do different things. She said, we have some pears that obviously we can't sell because they've gone past. Some of them are a bit squishy and marked. She said, would you like to take them? Is there anything you can make with them? So I told her about the pear honey. I've made a few videos back. Well, quite a few videos back. I've been eating it for quite a while now. It's delicious. I'm really enjoying it. And friends enjoy it. They're still asking me for more of it. So she said there's a big crate of these pears. So I went along with her, and yes, they're quite bruised and there's different things. But if I take my time, there's quite a bit of pear that I can salvage from these two bags and use these pears. They're not the greatest, and that's why they couldn't sell them. But being preppers and wanting to store food, if we can get this type of fall, this type of fruit, we know to cut off bruise, and we know to salvage what you can and not waste any. And if I can make quite a few jars of the pear jam, the pear honey, I can then add them to Christmas baskets or Christmas gifts, and I can then restock my pantry, and I'll have enough, excuse me, pear jam to last me for 12 months ahead. And that's an item I really enjoy, and it's costing me the sugar and the heat to make it. So yeah, I was really pleased. Other people might look at them and pull a grimace. I looked at them and had a big smile on my face and was really glad she offered me them. They were glad they didn't have to dispose of them because, of course, to get rid of any waste, company or charity, you have to wait and pay for it to be removed, and it's really expensive. When I had a cafe and I had to pay for the waste to be removed from the cafe, it was costing me 100, sometimes £200 a month to have waste removed, and that's an awful lot of money. out of a budget when you're running a business or a charity, to budget for that kind of allowance. So I was really pleased to take this, and she was really pleased I was willing to take it. So yeah, struck lucky, and I'm glad about it. So I've done really well. I'm really proud of what I've managed to get today. And as I say, some will go in the pantry, some will be prepped and put away and dehydrated and canned and frozen, and all in all, I paid £8.30 today. So I paid £3 in one shop, and I paid five. Oh, I also got um 4 pints of starter Donny, a 4 pinter of milk as well. So all in all, for everything, I paid a total of £8.30 today. And look at the abundance I've got for it. Absolutely fabulous. Um, on Sunday, I went down to our local food bank here in Skelmersdale. Excuse me, I've got a really dry throat today. On Sunday, I went to the local food bank in Skelmersdale, and it's a fabulous place. Um, and I was given a rather large bunch of flowers. I put them on the community page. Most people have enjoyed looking at them, and I'm really enjoying them. Sitting in the lounge, it really brightens up the room and makes us smile when we look at them. Cabbage flowers and a mixture of other flowers and berries, absolutely beautiful. But whilst I was there, she asked me, you take a look in there, Mr. Wallflowers, there's a further 8 cartons, 8 tubs. This is the ninth. Now they're out of date, and it's M&S single cream. So it's got the 1st of December on, and they're out of date, and they're still okay. When I say out of date, out of the best before date, and they're actually still okay because they've been kept refrigerated. I've opened one, I've smelt them, I've tasted it, and it's fine. And I'm actually going to use this to make some butter because we're struggling paying the prices of the butter we're asking at the moment. So I'm going to make some butter from the single cream, and salt it myself. I prefer butter salted. Now, I'm not actually going to make a video, unless you'd like me to, of making the butter, because I have one in the backlog of my videos. I think it's about 6 months ago now. I made the butter and canned it. So if you'd like to go and see that video, it's in the video list. But yeah, so I've got 9 cartons of this single cream. Again, nobody wanted it. It seems to be gone past the best before date, and nobody was interested. Margaret, the lady who runs the food bank, knew I'd probably take a chance on it and see if it was okay. And again, she was pleased that I took it, and I was really pleased she kept me in mind. So hopefully, I get quite a few pats of butter out of that. Yeah. So all in all, you know, a fabulous day's being had. Okay, thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.